should I?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, drum roll, please. Voila. Yes, yes, please. Actually, Hanoch, is it okay if people take pictures?
Of course.
Thank you.
The name?
Should I be in the middle? Or
Please.
Can I take sides?
Straighten it up a little bit. Thank you.
You've given a great presentation this evening.
Thank you.
And I think you can say that this is a universal. What you're doing is universal. We need more of this.
Yes.
The part about how did you come with the idea of putting together faces using refuge? That's original.
Well, it was a total coincidence that happened just by some matches falling on the Saddam Hussein portrait that I was doing 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that sort of got it going. I was in School of Visual Arts in New York, and I was lucky enough that I had good teachers that told me, that's great, keep doing it. And I really felt like it was just my way, that worked for me. So ever since, I haven't stopped, and I did the whole circle of being an editorial caricaturist, working in this style for different magazines, and then moved to children's books, and that's where I am. I have a TV show, all kinds of different things, and of course the workshops.
Can you take us over to this portrait that you've just unveiled and show us a difference in the way you've handled the two figures and what it states about their personalities?
Sure. I think it represents youthfulness. There is something youthful. There is something,
energetic.
Cool, energetic. There's something cool about it.
Oh.
Kids that ride skateboard are cool.
Even though he's wearing a tie, he's still cool.
I think so. I think that's his image, and and he plays basketball like no other. Well, he plays really well, and so that was kind of the idea. And if we move along to McCain,
let's look at John
McCain.
McCain
To me is really
this looks like an old style, more of the old Conestoga wagon. I mean, what does that say?
Well, I think all I think this one is about the past.
Mm-hmm.
This is a portrait of the past, and this is electing the past and electing, the wars that were fought already, and without being sure that they really did any good to fight them,
So it's hard to remain partial, impartial when you're doing.
It's very hard to remain partial, but I try my own way to be.
Well, you are partial, but it's hard to remain impartial, I guess, when you're doing work like this, right?
Well, I guess it's really you just have to do what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
I think in general one is easier to caricature than the other.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
really, who's easier to caricature between the two?
Who do you think?
I don't know. They both have their own interesting features.
No, they definitely do. They definitely do. But to me, it seems that in some way McCain is less complex. It's easier to make kind of one statement. At least the way he presents himself and.
Where do you find these things? Do you have a collection of artifacts at home? I mean, how do you file and organize the pieces?
I do have a studio with many things. And basically it's about finding them and sometimes going out to the stores and buying them,
But you're advocating that people recycle buttons.
Well, I don't come from advocating environmental causes. I mean, not that I do not, but it's not where I come from in terms of my art. But I'm very happy that my art serves. The workshops that I do can also serve that purpose of people deciding not to throw away the stuff that they don't need and try to reuse it. It's not why I started, and I don't do collage out of environmental ideals, but
it turns out that way, that there is an implication of it.
I'm happy it's some sort of old-fashioned way of working.
Okay.
In a few minutes.